Hi, it's Jane Orlov. In this tutorial, I wanted to show you how I create the aweber autoresponder messages that look like this. So they have a nice visually appealing picture, and then it has a link in here. It has like I add a picture where when you click on it, it goes directly to my blog. So it goes directly to my blog also with the picture and then the video. I wanted to show you compared to some other autoresponder messages, for example, that look like just like this with the link that goes to the blog. So it's not visually appealing in the email, so I wanted to show you how I create mine. What you would want to do is you would want to go to your aweber, and then you would want to click on your list. You pick a list, then you go to messages, follow up, and when you create a message, for example, I created this one. I have a template which I picked, and then I just added it. So, but in order to pick a template, what you would want to do is you would want to go to messages, follow up, create a new HTML message, and then they will give you the options of the templates. They have many different ones. They are all really cool. I just picked one. I think I picked this one. So what I did is that I created a headline. You can play with it, but what I did is I basically just removed everything I didn't want to, and let me show you. So for example, I didn't want this, I didn't want this, I didn't want any of it, and this. So when I remove everything, I just like the color of it, of this template, that's why I chose it. So you basically remove everything. And what I did next is that you can drag your logo in here, which for example was my logo, and I can resize it. And then for example I wanted my phone number or whatever, I wanted to follow me button in here. You can play with it, I'm not gonna cover it in this tutorial, but what I wanted for you to see how I add the image. So you drag the image over here and it asks you what image. So how I do the images is what I go to my YouTube video, for example. For example, I just did this one for my team. So I go to my YouTube video, and then for example I like this. When I smile, I pick out a great shot that I like, and then I grab my capture program, which is free, which I covered in another tutorial, which is super simple and easy to use. What I grab the picture with it, capture image, then what I do is I add and say click here, and then I can add any other text, but for this purpose I will. And then I save this image test to my desktop. So I save the image, okay, And then what I need to do is I need to store the image somewhere. So I store it on my blog. So I log into my WordPress. Just a second while it's loading. I log into my WordPress blog and I store the image. I click, you don't see it here, but I click on media and add new. It says media on the left, and I just add the image to your blog. Basically, I just add the image. So it gives me, first of all, you would want to put some keywords in here instead of the title. So you want to, if you, whatever you promote, you put your keywords in here to help with the search. And then you copy this URL here. It says file URL. You copy it, save changes because you want to save it to your WordPress library. You copy this URL, you go back to your aweber and you place your URL in here where it says image URL. So you place it in there. It will validate over here. You can resize. It says auto resize. You can drag it smaller or bigger, whatever you want. And then where you want the image to link. And I want the image to link, for example, to my blog post, which I already did, for example, previously. So let's just use this an example. You copy URL of your blog post, and you put the URL of your blog in here where you want people to go after they click on this image. And then you click test preview. You can send it to yourself. You enter your email, you send it to yourself as a test. You would want to save it first. Actually, it doesn't give me the message to save, but you would want to send test and see what came out. Then you will check your email. And it came out as this, as I wanted to. And when I click on it, it goes to my blog that I posted. For this purpose, I didn't link it to the right post, but you get the picture. So when you go back to your aweber, I forgot to enter the title here, but you enter the title of the email, something that you would want people to open, and then you click next, and then it gives you this message when do you want your people to receive this email after they are added to your autoresponder. So I would say 1. Actually, let's do 9.99 because I don't want to send this. And then you would click on save and exit. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and so you will start receiving this awesome visual messages instead of the boring aweber narrow lined wording. Thank you. It has been Jane Orlov from janeorlov.com.